I'm Paula Storm. Thanks for joining me today on my YouTube channel. Okay, we're back once again with the gorgeous Heather Hopkins. Now, Heather, today we're going to look at the Scrappy Squares that we did. So this was probably one of the bigger challenges that the girls did, being so many strips and such narrow strips. Have you made your row yet?
I made this one, yes.
And how did you go?
I cried, no.
Sorry about that.
It was fine.
Yeah. I love your quilt. It's got beautiful green background.
Yes, I love it.
I hope you finish it.
I will one day.
Eventually.
Yeah.
All right, so what was your thought process that went into this one?
Okay, this one once again, it kind of just grew. So I thought that this, when I looked at it, we had some great negative space with the white blocks. If I did too much on the colours, it was not going to be seen because there's so many colours in there. So when I look at something like this, I like to look at the negative space and spend my time on that rather than quilting on the colours and then you don't see it and you've spent too much time and with beautiful quilting that you're not going to see.
Yeah.
So I thought what would be good on this one is point-to-point quilting. Okay. So this can be done with a ruler on this sort of a machine or with your walking foot on a domestic machine. So a couple of good options there. So we're going to be working across the quilt with this one. So starting at the end, I've gone ahead and put some markings in this one already, just with my patchwork ruler, and I've done that across the whole row. Okay.
So, and what were the measurements here? Like how did you measure it?
These are just 1/2 inch spots that I've put in there at the moment.
And how many did we need?
I've got just the 3 on these. Now I've actually put 2 on here, but I think I only needed 1.
Okay, no worries. Do you know, it's interesting how we differ in the style that we choose to quilt things. When I designed this originally, I was thinking this would, be really nice for a feather wreath or something like that. But then you actually chose to do this point to point, which I really love because the quilt's so modern and it's a funny word to say it's modern, but it's a more modern quilt. It's the feathers just didn't suit it.
No.
Yeah. So I really love that you've gone in a completely different direction. Okay. So what's the first thing we need to do?
Okay. So I've gone ahead and I've marked these points in. So if I was going to be using my quilting ruler with this, I'm going to be going basically point to point with it. So I'd gone through and I ditch quilted all of these blocks down first just to secure them.
So did you go around each one and then jump over here, or did you just do the top halves?
No, I'd actually come down here and I'd gone through here, remembering I'd done this on the long arm. Come around here, down here, etc., and then come back the opposite direction this way.
So like last time you did the half first and then the second half, so there's no backtracking on this stuff.
No backtracking on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and what was next?
Okay, so then I'm going to work with my points with my straight ruler. So I'm going to work from, it's exactly how it says, point to point, remembering I've got that 1/4 inch with my quilting foot on the machine and I had stitched up to the point. Then I'm going down to here.
Back to the next point.
Yep. Next point, then I've come up to...
Sorry, this is a bit awkward. I've asked Heather to spin the ruler around to the opposite side just so that you can see. But normally, the ruler would be on the other side.
Like this.
Okay.
So all the way along till I got to the end of the quilt. And then the same thing, I've worked back.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got all the way to the end and then I've worked back. So when I've come back, it's come through at the bottom.
Yep.
Here.
So this just helps you stop having to break thread and redo
absolutely.
everything.
Yep.
Okay, so even though we've still got the 2 points here and here, you've still just done the outside line first?
Yeah, so I've done the outside line across the whole row. Now, what I would have done next is these guys had a fill design in them and this did in the middle, but I needed some more points in here.
Yeah, so this was just too open in here. So,
So what I would have done is working with to work my way down the quilt was to start putting the fill design in. So these actually had a ribbon candy design going through them.
It's my absolute favourite
It is
design
my
at the moment.
favourite too.
It's so fun to make. If you're having trouble with that one, I recommend just get some pencil and paper and
Yes.
just draw. It's just like a
Yes.
figure eight, but you don't cross over in the centre.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when I now come to this point, because I still need these other points in there, I've gone back to my ruler and
Yep.
I've put in my extra lines that I liked on this one. So I put these. Whoops, that wasn't very good.
That's okay.
I couldn't see that one.
We've got a bit of an audience outside. There's people waiting for us to finish so they can come in for the next class.
So still point to point, but I'm keeping within this block at the moment. So I'm coming around.
Yep.
So it's all starting. If I just pop that ruler out of the way,
Sure.
and I'll just freehand it just to get that bit done. Okay.
We get the idea. But you would use the ruler if you can.
Yes.
If you can't, as you said, you use
Your walking foot, absolutely.
Okay.
So I've ended back here with my needle down. So then I'm going to do my ribbon candy design.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to stitch my way over to here.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm going to ribbon candy this one.
The next one.
And then my next big guy, that I get up to my next big block again, I'm going to put in those extra lines again and
go
then
back to
ribbon
the
candy
lines.
to my next. So it's just repeating the same process.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've also got these half triangles here as well. Do you remember what you did in there?
No.
I'll take a picture and a close up and I'll insert it here. Okay, so I do remember that you've ditch stitched out here.
Yes.
So you want to do as much stitching as you can?
Yes, yeah. So I ditch stitched these guys with that coloured rayon thread again. I did actually come out 1/4 inch on these ones as well, just to secure them down and just give them a little bit of puffiness.
Yes.
With that little bit of a ridge on there around
Okay.
those guys. They didn't need too much on there. They just needed to be held down a little bit.
Right, and we get that puffiness down here too because
Yes.
we didn't do anything out here as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, it looks fantastic. Thank you so much, Heather. We'll see you. Hopefully, we'll catch up again soon and do some more videos. So thank you so much for your time, and I'm sorry you missed lunch.
Thank you.